certainly very proud of how we played. I thought we played, again, with great energy. I thought our defense set a great tone early. It feels like we forced a lot of turnovers early in the game in the first 10 minutes or so. And then on offense, I thought we moved the ball very nicely. Shot the ball extremely well, which helps in the first half. But moved the ball very nicely and got contributions from a lot of guys. So we're pleased with the win and looking forward to Thursday's game against Furman.
18-3 start, turnovers, threes. I mean, every part of the game you played well in.
Yeah, I thought we really did. We're the things that we're really trying to emphasize this year, which are unique, is our offensive rebounding, which we did a really good job, I think, on the backboard today. Our pace of play, I feel like in a few of the games that pace has really benefited us as the game has gone on, where we can get easier baskets. Maybe the defense is a step slower. With our fresh guys in there, we can get some easier baskets. So that's really positive. And defensively, when you're playing a lot of guys, you can see the uniqueness of some of the players on offense, especially the guys who come in off the bench. But on defense, you want to have the standard be set. So you while the uniqueness is great, you want to make sure the standard is set when you're defending, and I think that has been very good. I feel like everybody played pretty well defensively tonight, and fought and scrapped and played with energy and helped us win the game.
You've talked about shooting several times after games. 64% in the first half, 9 of 12 from threes. Gotta like the way it's evolving.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like again we really shooting can be delicate. Hopefully when you're a little bit older, it's not as delicate. But shooting is something that you can be thinking about a lot. It's the part of the game that people focus on the most. You focus on the most as a player, and so. Our emphasis is always getting shots in rhythm, getting shots off of good passes, getting shots that you're very familiar with, because that should help take some of the thought process out of it. And tonight, we made some transition threes, which are always big, but we really did a nice job moving the ball and finishing.
And this concludes your homestand, your season opening homestand. 5-0. Have you gotten everything out of this homestand that this team needed to do? Yeah,
for sure. I wish that Bryson took a fall yesterday. Bryson McLaughlin and Will Harper sick. I wish those guys had been able to play today, because this would have been a game where obviously they would have played a lot of minutes and demonstrate their ability and just get college basketball minutes. But yes, this has been. We're pleased that the schedule fell this way, and this was certainly positive. And Gardner-Webb, just the opposite. I think they've had 5 away games already. The disparity and the fairness of college basketball is just gigantic, and that's tough way for them, and it benefits. Certainly this year it has benefited us to start, but it's very tough on a team like Gardner-Webb.
And now you go on the road. Furman's the first team. Just talk about taking the Spiders on the road and playing somewhere other than the Robins Center.
Yeah, it's a neutral court game. To be honest, our biggest emphasis is the game starts at 11 on Thursday, and that's something that we've always talked about. That needs to be our advantage. That we have to be ready to play and compete and have more energy on the first few possessions of the game. Because it can be a little bit of an unusual time, but. Not for guys who grew up playing basketball. Certainly plenty of 11 a.m. starts or earlier. But we really do focus on that, and looking forward to being in Disney and at the wide world of sports. It'll be a great field, great event, and we're looking forward to getting down there.
How was it like spreading out the wealth between the scoring? Because a lot of players scored a lot of points today. Yeah,
that's always great. I think that I think that many coaches would love to have it be like that. Now sometimes you have 1 or 2 players that are such good scorers that the important part is to have them take a lot of the shots. But yeah, today was very good. I thought we did share the ball well. even when we were ahead in the second half and it was a big margin, I thought we still moved the ball around. We saw a lot of zone last 12 minutes of the game or so. But the ball kept moving around, and different guys were able to shoot, different guys were able to score. So I think that's positive for our team and positive as we move forward.
Underbright's good at a lot of things. He's among the best in the nation at drawing fouls. Number 6 is in fouls drawn per 40 minutes. Can you talk a little bit about how a young player develops that skill?
Yeah, that's really impressive. I can remember when Kevin Anderson was here, he was a player of the year as a junior, and I thought he didn't get foul calls enough. And I used to try to remind the officials that he was a player of the year as a junior. But yeah, that's something that his quickness. He maybe his last basket against the zone. He's catching the ball and he's already on the move as the guy's closing out. And then has just a great feel for jumping and taking space. That's going to put the defender in such a difficult position to not foul him. But yeah, that is a special skill. We've had a few guys over the years that are good at drawing fouls. Cedric Lindsey and Delani Hunt are the best we've ever had. But for the most part, we haven't drawn fouls as well as some teams over the years. So that's something that's Jaden Daughtry gets fouled a lot. A very difficult guy to defend. So that is something that's an impressive stat for a young player for sure.
What's your biggest thing that you need to work on going into Furman? What's the thing that you need to?
Well, I was saying on the post game when we're trying to play very fast and aggressively, and this is not something that's going to be resolved against Furman or tomorrow's practice or in February, but trying to be aggressive and push the ball and be willing to have a great longer possession if we need to. Because when you play fast, there's a feeling of shooting fast. And we've talked about we don't necessarily want to shoot fast. We don't care when we shoot. We'd love to be able to shoot fast and make the shot. But we want to shoot 100% from the field. That's our goal. And so can we do that? Can we push the pace and be willing to have a 25-second possession if we need to with the movement that we usually have in our offense? And again, that won't be something we resolve. That'll be something that we talk about in a timeout in February. So just getting better and better at that and recognizing how to be aggressive and calm and under control is something that we're going to work on every day of the year.
Guys started with an 18-3 run, and the rest of the game was yours. Talk about the night.
I think everything just starts off with practice, man. We practice every day super hard, and then we prepare for them really good, and we knew what we want to do going into the game. So I think we just executed the game plan.
That's 2 games in a row with a great start. It's going to be a habit.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully, man. As long as I feel like everything really leads from practice. As long as we keep having great practice, I feel like we continue having great starts.
And the shooting end of it, 9-12s in the first half. I think you hit 64% from the floor as a team. One of the better shooting nights of the year so far.
Oh yeah, for sure, most definitely. I mean, all the guys on the team really stay in the gym at late nights and get up extra shots. So I feel like the shots will start falling for us more and more as the games continue.
Okay, this concludes your season opening homestand. Tell me how the Spiders are at this point.
I feel like we're a really good team. We're really deep, and we got a lot of guys that could do a lot of things. And I feel like we still got a lot more that we have in the tank. And I feel like the fans and the coaches haven't seen the best of us yet. So I feel like as long as we keep getting better, the sky's the limit for us.
You now take your act on the road. Go down south. Just talk about playing somewhere other than a Robinson.
Yeah, it should be super exciting, man. I'm excited to go down there with the team and then experience something new because we've been waiting to play at a different site. So I can't wait. That should be really fun.
The score was pretty spread out, but you led the points. How does that feel?
It felt good, man. I mean, every day is gonna be somebody's night because we have a really talented group this year for sure. So I'm just happy that my teammates found me and I can hit shots.
Yeah, your 3 was really working well today. Just feel good to get that 4 for 5 from 3. It's your first time with a lot of threes.
No, yeah, for sure, man. Definitely feel good, man. I put in a lot of work, so I know eventually it would definitely go in. So for sure, definitely feel good.